February pickups. Hello, people.
And we had a whole extra day to get extra pickups.
Yeah, I played Metro all day. What did you do?
I can't fucking remember. Probably made something and painted stuff and things. So yeah.
Ah, cool. Yeah, so I have 7 purchases this month. I'll go into the first purchase because okay, so Anderson Videos, another person I speak to on the YouTube, go watch his video where he did a video on touring the Retro Hut down in Southampton. And he's done nice and slowly, you know, going through the content of the shop and stuff like that. And I noticed a black box in the Game Gear section. And so straight away I went online and I sort of kind of like messaged the guy and I was like, you know, I see you've got Mortal Kombat 3 on the Game Gear in the case. How much is it? He's like, to be honest, it's been in there for a while. I'll let it go for £20 plus postage. And I'm like, fine, I'll have that, because this is like a fucking £100 game now. And it is the worst pile of shit I have ever played on the Game Gear in my entire life.
Excuse me.
I know. I'm not Tony. I'm not Tony. I'm not Tony. He's supposed to be good.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
What is poo? I mean, Jesus
what
Christ.
it's like, I tell you what it's like, right? It's someone who's got like digitised little pictures.
Yeah.
And he moves them around on the screen.
You have.
Because there's no animation.
You have 9 characters. You can unlock smoke. It doesn't matter. I mean, literally, you watch it, and as they're fighting, they disappear into each other, and you can't do a fatality because of this shit pad on the Game Gear. Mortal Kombat 1 on the Game Gear is playable. You can do fatalities. You can do sweeps. It doesn't even feel like when you're pressing punch and kick, you know what's going on. This is one for the collectors. If you pay £100, you're an idiot. So I paid £20, £3 postage, and a big thank you.
Should my mouth be moving at the moment?
I know. It doesn't need to say anything, does he? But it is the worst pile of shit ever, and I'm so glad I did not take up the offer to get it cheaper. Oh, hang on. Something we haven't done for a while. So on the back there's a cover. Here you go. Look. Does this game still exist, or did you know this? Or did you buy this game from there? But
fair game.
Yes, it's a fair game in, it doesn't say, bought, sold.
Brackham.
Brackham, yes.
Bracknell and Crowthorne.
Crowthorne. Never heard of it. Never heard. And it had a bit of white done at the bottom, but I sharpied it. And like I sharpied it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yes.
It's a really,
crap.
really bad
Don't
game.
play it. It's fucking dreadful.
I'm thinking that I'm going to go around his house anyway and just take all of his like Mortal Kombat manuals and all the inserts and just wipe my arse on them. And all of a sudden he's going to be sitting there on his like chair, just kind of like watching TV, and big letters going to come up in front of him, and a great big voice is going to go, "Shitality!" And that's it. So,
I mean, the thing is, as I say, number 1 is playable. They farmed that out to some fuck knows. It's over there, throw it away where it deserves to be, to some company to make it. And
but the really oddest thing, right, is the actual digitised little pictures. You know, the actual pictures, like the character pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
They actually look quite impressive.
Before they kind of move.
No. I don't mean the sprites. I don't mean the sprites. I mean like when you choose your character and it shows a little picture.
Yeah.
You know, that actually looks quite impressive, but the rest is a fucking pile of shit. And like the background, I mean, what background?
There's 1. I noticed.
No,
I think there might be 2. Yeah,
2.
but I noticed 1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare I boot my Game Gear up. I just wanted to throw it out the window. But yes, I've still got to get Mortal Kombat 2 to complete Mortal Kombat Collection on the Game Gear, and from what I hear, it is actually playable. Alright, so this month I bought a couple of original Xbox games, and I was missing one from the Sega ones I'm after. I actually have the online version of this, but I haven't played this one. It's Sega GT 2002.
Which is the game that actually made me buy an original Xbox. So
yeah, it's really good. I played it for a little over an hour. The only thing I couldn't get into, not the gameplay, was the muddy visuals. The muddy visuals really did my head in.
It's crisp enough. I think the biggest problem is, right, this looks almost exactly like Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 2. Only it has massively better anti-aliasing, so it's all really, really smooth. But then it has like completely shit lighting. It has like almost no lighting.
Yeah, I was about to say, what lighting?
So it has like, almost no lighting at all.
Yeah.
And It plays really well. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, the main thing was I played Gran Turismo 3 to death.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any console. And I was either going to get a PS2 for Gran Turismo 3, or which I'd already played loads, or I was going to get an Xbox and get Sega GT. And I went for Sega GT, and I did really, really, really enjoy it, and it was actually worth it. I used to play it for like hours and hours and hours while listening to a Stained album, and also the By the Way album from the Chili Peppers, because you could on the original Xbox, and it was awesome. So
that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I got this when my trip to Southend from a place called Base. It was £2. They're kind of like 2/3 up the high street. And they've got like the front section where they've got the PS4 games, the Xbox One games, the Blu-rays. The super expensive Switch games ain't really super expensive Switch games, because all the Switch games are, even second-hand, super expensive anyway. And then out the back they've got a place where you go down the steps, and that's where all your retro goodness is. And there's a lot there, and they're really good prices, really, really good prices. So I recommend visiting them if you ever go to Southend. Another game I picked this up because I had the PS2 version, but I didn't have the Xbox version.
And did you have that kind of feeling that it was going to be like 18-wheeler and then get hugely fucking disappointed?
No, because I've played the second one a lot, so I knew what the first one was like. And that is Big Mother Truckers. Oh, there we go. Not that you see the blur anyway, because there's a video on the screen now.
Which is kind of a big pile of crap, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not the greatest game.
I think for the time it was okay. This is one of them games where I was in the mood where I just wanted to, I tried that an hour or so, and I just wanted something stupid to play the perfect sort of game. This is sort of like the outlaw game. And so I played it, and I played it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I got to the first section, I got to learn how to upload, have to sell stuff to buy fuel for my truck to go on to the next section and stuff like that. I played the second game a little bit. The second game I played, it definitely they sorted the driving mechanics out in the second game, and the camera angle is so much better. But this does have like mini games like to park your lorry like in 18-wheeler and stuff like that. But it just doesn't control.
But that's like
the same.
That is like the really weird fucking thing is. I think if they'd just made that a pure arcadey style game,
it'd have been so much better.
It would have been okay. But because it's got all this weird sim stuff, you've got to kind of like micromanage. But then you've got like Grand Theft Auto-y over the top gameplay as well. It doesn't gel really, does it?
You can't hit police cars. You can't. But as you're driving along, if you like knock someone off the motorbike, then the rest of the motorbike gang come and try and take you off the road and stuff. I think I paid £4 for it, and I needed it. I needed it. I got the PS2 version.
Needed it.
But I wanted
it.
But if it's a game that you're only playing a couple of quid for, it's absolutely fine. It's if you know what you're getting into. It doesn't play as well as any of the old Outlaw, them sort of games. And 18-wheeler definitely not. If you can buy 18-wheeler, buy that.
It's still better than BMX Triple X.
Yeah. I haven't got that. I haven't, I swear. And the next game, I finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And so CEX was selling this for 20 quid, so I traded in Odyssey, and you get really good money for Odyssey, and I purchased this. That is Samurai Showdown, the new version. But no, I tell you, this plays absolutely great. If you like the original Samurai Showdowns,
it literally plays like 2.
Yeah, it does.
They even said that they basically based the entire thing on 2, with a very different roster.
And what I liked about this was ages ago, before they was launching it, Xbox did a thing where if you could download like the season pass and you get a few characters for free. So I had them. So I started playing this, and I really liked this. But with all fighting games of today, it has...
Well, not all fighting games.
No, not all, sorry. But most. It has the one issue that's so freaking frustrating, and it's not the way it plays. It's not the fact there's supers in it and stuff, because it still plays number 2. It's the fucking loading. So I decided to actually time some of the loading between matches. Now bear in mind that a lot of the matches I set on this were 1 round. Okay? And I got 4.5 minutes minimum loading per character.
Yeah.
4.5 freaking minutes.
It's the whole reason that I don't own it. That's the whole reason, because it looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it's not all combo based. It's all footsies. It's all close up. It's all the basics. It's not about great big strings or anything. It's not about aerial raves and combos and stuff. It's all the basics, and that's what I fucking love. Samurai Showdown 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. It's not just one of my favourite Neo games, it is one of my favourite games of all time. It's up there with Virtua Fighter 2 and other things. You know.
Garrow.
Well, no, it's more that they would have been like more RPG-ish type of things that wouldn't bear a good comparison, you know. But
Masters of Terracar.
Garou is actually ahead of Samurai Shodown 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me. But only just.
But yeah, but this does play great, and it's an update the way the update should be gone.
Done?
Yeah, done. But I just so hope. I mean, I know they can't sort of. The future of consoles is supposed to get rid of loading, and if they do that, if they do come up with that, then this Tekken 7 Samurai, this is Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur will be so much more fun to play. Instead of an arcade playthrough taking 10 minutes, at the moment it probably takes about 3.5 hours.
Because that's the thing you sort of said, like, you know, sort of all kind of like fighting games. It's not. It's really just those three.
Yeah.
But the thing is, those three are really fucking bad, and all the others are fine.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't get. You look at Dead or Alive, it's fine. Dead or Alive's fine.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 6 is brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that game.
It's fine. It's got the same quality of graphics and stuff, and the same amount of moves and shit, and it's fine.
Yeah. On to the next game. And now this game I didn't know existed. And come up in England. I've been after it for, I didn't know it existed on the format it's on. So it came up, I spoke to Tony about it a little while back. Came up as a buy it now, made an offer, and I got it for £14 delivered. And we'll go Roadblasters on the Sega Genesis.
And it's basically, almost literally the arcade game. It's so close, it's scary. It's
I
very,
played this for about 2 hours, which is the longest I've played my Mega Drive. Yeah, because I've got a Mega Drive 2, and what I love about the Mega Drive 2 is it's really strange because still not all Genesis cartridges work, because most of them you just shove in and they go. The odd one doesn't. Yeah, but this was one of the ones that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got the regions.
Because it's tension and stuff, isn't it?
Like But this is freaking brilliant. Now, you know, I used to sit in the arcade. I used to have the one where you'd sit in the big cab, you know, have your little wheel.
That is the only thing that's missing is the analog controls. You do kind of notice it's a bit twitchy with the D-pad and stuff.
The corner and stuff. But the thing is, it doesn't corner too sharp, so you are.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Because the car kind of like moves into it. You just kind of like learn to just tap it, tap, you know, to get on the corners, and it's okay. It works.
I must have pumped in Pleasurama in Ramsgate.
You pumped in Pleasurama
in the arcade machine.
How much did it cost?
In the arcade machine. Of Roadblasters. It was only 10p a go. Remember them days? 10p a go for the arcade machine. I used to get like so my mum used to get a bingo upstairs with mum and dad. So I used to get like an hour, 2 hours downstairs. I used to make Phil over there. So I used to get like £1 a time. You can make £1 last an hour. Try and do that in the arcade these days. And some nights I would just put the whole £1 in this. And I never really got past 3rd or 4th level. But with this, I got past, you got the medium, difficult, hard, blah, blah, easy, medium, and hard. And so I started off on the easy because I wanted to play it. And I got from start to finish like 7 or 8 times. I was upgrading my fuel, upgrading my car, getting the new weapons. And the only part that pissed me off is the same part that used to kill me in the arcade are those fucking cars that you can't kill. And how when you get so many levels done out of nowhere, they just decide to drive into you. And no matter which way you turn, they're going that way as well.
Because the thing is, essentially what that basically is Spy Hunter, isn't it? It's Spy Hunter from an outrun perspective.
Well, why this didn't come out over here, it's such a great version. I mean, it's GameSack, of course, is what I saw on there. That came out on the Genesis, went online, saw the prices, fuck that. But another Genesis
It's really
game.
odd. The thing is, though, when that come out, that game was fucking ancient.
Yeah,
when it actually come out, it was fucking ancient. Well, that's like a 1988, 1980 something. Like game.
So if I was a teenager, I could read these little writing on the back. Let's have a look.
1987 that came out.
87.
And in 1991 this was released.
Yeah.
So 4 years.
4 years, that's not bad.
But I mean, that's pretty bad.
Well, we didn't get over here at all. At least you bloody got it in America. If any of the people who are in America actually watch this channel. Well, we know Chief does. Hi, Chief.
I mean, honestly, that's almost Street Fighter to Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, it's that good.
No, I mean like time-wise.
Street Fighter doesn't exist. You should know that. That's not real. It's not. Unlike a certain version I saw recently, but we won't talk about that. But yes.
But the thing is, though, can you remember the Roadblasters toys?
Yes, they were Hot Wheels.
Matchbox.
Yeah. Yes, because I actually had 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, it's just like they come in the normal packet with the plastic on the front.
Yeah.
It's just Roadblasters.
Yeah. And they're like normal cars. You kind of put all the armour on them and stuff, and little missiles and guns and stuff.
Plastic armour.
Now the really weird thing. Well, of course, in chrome some of it was.
Yeah.
But the weird thing was in the comic Eagle, they had a Roadblasters comic strip actually based on the toys, right? And then what happened is, on a different comic strip, they had, I think it's called the Computer Warrior, and they went into different video games, and they had to like do them in real life, actually, like for real. And then if they died, they died in the game, and they died. But they played Roadblasters in it, but it was the Roadblasters game, but with the Roadblasters toys.
I'll play that.
Which was really, really, really strange. I mean, I love the Computer Warrior.
Look at that artwork, guys. I mean, that is so cool.
Not a lot of people no one ever seems to sort of like talk about it or whatever, but you go back and read the Computer Warrior stuff, they had everything from like Gauntlet to God knows what else in comic strip form. In really, really well drawn English comic style. It was really, really cool. But anyways.
Yes. So go online and watch some now. As everyone knows, because I did a video on the shop of the Retro Hunter alley up in Southend, on the outskirts of Southend, I should say. Went up there and did a video, as you've already watched, well, quite a lot of people have watched. And I was there on a day, younger daughter bought a couple of Pokemon, and I bought one game. So I was looking around, I wanted to buy something special, I wanted this game for a while, and he had such great games, and it's great, you know, a high amount of good stuff, not filler, but good stuff. And this was, I kind of like, when I edited the video, I had to edit, because I went back to this just looking at it close 3 or 4 times. I was like, right, yeah, blah, blah. And I decided to buy it. That is Master of Darkness on the Master System.
Master of what?
Darkness.
You sure it's not Master of Puppets? Like pulling the strings?
Master of Puppets. Okay, what are we talking about now?
It's a Metallica song. You go back to your bloody Michael Jackson and your bloody Moonwalker and shit. Right.
See, Metallica, Enter the Sandman, you know.
Enter Sandman, not Enter the Sandman. That would be something quite entirely different.
Nothing Else Matters. Sad But True. I know Metallica. Richard used to play it all the time when I was younger. I was listening to Tour Unlimited. I like my music.
No, see, you see what you've done is you've done all the sellout Metallica, not the kind of like the lightning fucking Blackie album stuff, you know, which is like the Dave Mustaine good stuff.
No. I've not done it. Richard's done it. I was forced to listen to it whilst we played Street Fighter for 7 hours. But anyway, you want to know about this game, and I can tell you something about this game, and it is absolutely fucking amazing. So, I've not played many Castlevania games before. I played Symphony of the Night to death. That was my first Castlevania game I played properly. I played a little bit of them before on the SNES when Rich had it for a little while.
The thing is, if you are familiar
Castlevania game
with Castlevania, literally it is Castlevania.
Yeah, it's Castlevania.
But I will say though, it is literally like stylistically, and most of the gameplay elements are Castlevania.
Yeah.
But there's like one huge major difference, and that is it's basically got like the weapon system from Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah.
How you pick up the different weapons, and sometimes they're really shit, and it really fucks you off.
I got to round 4. There's only 5 rounds. Damn, Sonia, you completed it. That sucks. I actually got the whip and that.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh, so I popped my Master System converter on top of my Mega Drive 2, and I popped this in, and I absolutely loved it.
It's really good.
It's so good, and it's one of those games where, unlike my Mega Man Wily Wars, which I was waiting for so long, and I sat down and played it, and even though Mega Man 2's good, it was.
It is. You kept playing 1. Stop playing 1.
But I want to play them in order.
Sucks.
OCD 1, 2, 3.
Play 2, 3, and then 1 just to get unlocked the Wily stuff.
This is one of the games with a much lower price than Mega Man Wily was. I put on and didn't disappoint. It actually really exceeded my expectations.
It is one of the few exceptional must-have games with Master System. I'm amazed he hasn't got it like sooner.
I've had the chance to, haven't I? So many times. Later.
The thing is, when you first play it, you're like, oh my god, it's Castlevania. And then you kind of like start using the sword.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh god, no range. And then you kind of get the gun, and you realise you've got a gun, and you can.
The gun's cool. It's like,
very limited bullets. And that turns it into almost like Mega Drive Shinobi. Yeah. With like the shurikens. It's very similar in gameplay to that. So you think, oh, that's what it's going to be like. And then you kind of like pick up a different weapon, like an axe or whatever. Yeah. And then you get like the bombs. And the bombs are really fucking shit. They're fucking dreadful. They're like the fucking flamey things in Ghouls and Ghosts. They're exactly the same. They're really shite. Yes.
Yeah, it didn't disappoint. And No, only one level to go. It kind of sucks because I got up to level, I finished level 4, but I got annihilated to start level
But like I say, I think it's a really great game, but I will say, I think the actual enemy designs are really a bit bland.
Yeah.
The enemy designs, especially compared to Castlevania, they're really generic. They're not very interesting.
I think that game, if I would have played that when, I never had a Master System, I had a brother.
Yeah.
If I would have played it when they were, I think that one game alone, I would have played all summer.
Yeah.
And, it's just so good.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. But I say the only complaint I do have is I think some of the enemy designs are really generic. The actual graphics themselves of the backgrounds and the main sprite are all excellent.
Yeah.
Really, really good. The graphics even aren't that bad on the actual enemy characters. It's more like the design is just so bland.
But yes, I will say it didn't disappoint. And at the end, when I was leaving Ali's shop, he asked me to go through some mask stuff to see if I could put any other bits. And he had a really cool mask figure that I didn't have, which was my favourite adventure pack figure. It isn't complete, but I got Matt Tracker from Coast Patrol. And he said he gave it to me for free.
He's got a wobbly head.
He's got wobbly everything. Look, I'm old, I'm Matt Tracker, I need my joints renewed. And so we will end today with my game of the month that I purchased in February. So this was a weird buy in the group. It took a long time to sort out. Basically, I had to pay by bank transfer, and I'd never, the guy was new to the groups and all that, and so I was like, oh, it's a good price, but I didn't know what to do. But we agreed on half and half because he only wanted to do bank transfer, and I thought, well, if I'm going to lose half the money, it's worth than losing. It's not as bad as losing all the money. So I took a risk, and it came through, and I purchased, without the big box, Groove on Fight on the Sega Saturn. There we go.
Which is related to which Neo Geo game you've played?
I want to say Galaxy Fight, but it's wrong.
Metro Melee.
I can relate to Metro Melee.
There's actually 2 characters basically from there.
That's cool.
I think one isn't the same character, but she's got the same moveset, but the other one's the same character. Well, 2's the same character, sort of. It's weird. She's kind of like 2 characters from Metro Melee, but they fight together. So it's it's a little old lady ones, whatever.
Cool. Yeah, so I popped this into the Saturn to play, and I was just expecting, one of the okay-ish sort of games, and it absolutely fucking blew me away straight away. Pick the booby character, because that's what I do.
I will say,
she's fantastic.
Completely. To be honest, I think that Witch Girl with a musical fucking scythe is fucking amazing, and I fucking love her. She is amazing.
You pick 2 characters when you play this. You have one main character and your background character, and you can tag between them. And there's no loading or anything. But I picked this. The second character I picked was this princess, and it had one of the best winning poses of all time. Okay, so what happens is she's kicked your ass. She slowly walks up to you next to you. She pulls out a violin and she's going, ah, la 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 la. And I pissed myself fucking laughing. It was brilliant.
Now I will say, back in the day, I thought this game did play really well, okay, but I couldn't stand the styling. I absolutely hated the graphic style. The graphic style is really, really weird. It's really weird. But now I absolutely love the graphical style because it's really, really weird. Things change, and it does look unusual, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks very straight. It doesn't. You would not mistake that for any other game.
No.
When you've played it and you know it, you wouldn't mistake it for anything else at all. It just looks completely different. The whole styling of all the characters and
it's weird because it kind of reminds me of an area of when you're actually playing one-on-one. That when you're playing through Final Fight on the SNES, it's got that sort of just
it's
a
got a
come
slight
around the corner
weirdness.
sort of thing. Yeah,
But it kind of reminds me more of stuff like Akatsuki Blitzkampf and other weird obscure fighters that have kind of a strange style to them.
Yeah, this plays cool, and you can lose your weapon when you're fighting and stuff like that.
It's like a weird black suited cowboy, and the guy, like you say, the bare chested guy with the goggles on. It's like he's got goggles on. It's like it's a scarf. It's like really fucking weird. But yeah, I fucking love it now. But it's and it always played well. It does play very well.
That's what it was with me, because when I actually had the Saturn and when it came out, this was one of the very few games, because me and Alex pretty much bought all the beat 'em ups and shooters that came out. It was one of the games when it came out we were like, meh, not really, sort of thing.
To be honest, it looks a lot worse in pictures than it does moving.
Yeah.
Because the animation's very good.
Yeah,
You know.
and it requires the 1 megabyte RAM card. You need the 1 megabyte RAM.
Yes.
Put the 4 megabyte RAM card in it, and you get the big blocks that don't work properly.
So
You have to have the
no
1
getting
megabyte.
away with an action replay then.
No. Even the auto switching ones, they just don't work.
They don't. Oh, a switching ones are bollocks.
Basically,
one doesn't work. So.
Yeah, so you can get this single release, or you can get the RAM pack release. Now, I will give you a heads up: the RAM pack release doesn't have a back cover. If that bothers you, just to let you know. But yeah, so this absolutely made my month. I basically, the thing is, all the other games are great. The shitness of Mortal Kombat 3 made everything else better. I mean, the thing is, I only played Mortal Kombat 3 a few days ago, and everything I would say I bought this month is good. It is really good, apart from, but that's such. It's down in the middle of the earth. It's so bad, Mortal Kombat 3. There's just no consistency. There's
no anything. I mean, there's no animation. There's like There's
8 characters, and you can unlock it to make it 9 to unlock smoke, which I think I said. You can do the little symbols.
Have you seen what happens when you use? Which one's the red robot ninja? Is it Cyrax or Sector? Sector.
Yeah.
Have you seen what happens when you use his like seeking missiles? It's fucking hilarious.
In that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You'll see on the video.
Kano also has an Hadouken, which fires like a fireball.
Yeah.
What? But yes, so that's my February pickups coming to an end. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you take care of yourself. You should take care of yourself. And we'll catch you very soon.
Goodbye.